These are the same people who voted for Donald Trump because they thought they would be negatively affected by Kamala Harris's tax plan, even though they literally drive for DoorDash. Don't mistake me, there's nothing wrong with driving for DoorDash or Uber Eats. I'm not looking down on the profession. I'm just saying, if that is your profession, you were always going to be safe from those tax plans and those tax increases. But also, aren't these the same people who love to tell us, well, I can do whatever I want. I can wear my Make America Great hat as I drive around delivering DoorDash, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's free speech. Like, yeah, you can wear it, and there might be repercussions. And in this instance, the repercussion was that your driver saw it and said, nah, no tip. Freedom of speech only applies to the government punishing you. It also does not equal freedom from consequences. You want to wear that stupid hat around while you're driving? That's fine. You might lose another tip.
Hello. I was a federal worker who had 1 month left of her probationary period, and today I was told that I will be terminated at some point this week. I'm utterly devastated. I'm confused because my recent performance evaluation was exceptional and I got upwards of $1,500 as a bonus because my performance was so good. And this was my dream job, and it's just being taken away by an administration who doesn't care about science and doesn't care about people who might be homeless with their dog now. They don't care about our species that we're trying to conserve. That's exactly what my job was doing. It was just to assess habitat conservation for species for a 55-year habitat conservation plan. We should all be so mad right now. We should all be crying like this because I'm just devastated.
President Trump, if you see this, please save us.
I love the poorly educated. I chose family, I chose women, I chose America. Make America great again is a bad thing. You took my tip away. I didn't mean to disrespect you if I... You took your tip away. You did that.
Okay, without Medicaid, we would never be healthy. And for us, it's not even like body, it's all mental. For my husband, for me, and then we have a baby who needs Medicaid for vaccines, who needs Medicaid for... I already have 2 children who are diagnosed with autism. So what if she ends up getting diagnosed with autism? We need Medicaid. We need Medicaid. And if you live in America, everybody deserves free healthcare. That's it. I just love you. Have a good day.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, MAGA voters, they are still continuing crying simply because they made a bad choice. These people, they voted against their own interest, but right now they have started to feel exactly what they were looking for. So right now we have seen majority of MAGA's voters, they are coming out publicly crying, telling the people that they are regretting to vote in for this new administration. And these people, you know, guys, they went ahead without listening to anyone. They went ahead and fully support to make America great again. But right now, they are seeing America, it is becoming great, and they are coming out crying. So kindly, guys, I want you to watch this compilation of videos from MAGA, and then I'll be back with more comment. Just remember, this video, it is for educational purposes, and also all credits goes to the original creators of the video. Watch this, I'll be back with more comment. I'm your host, Dash Lifestyle.
My food stamps went from $4,400 in food stamps every month to $38. What am I supposed to get with $38 with 6 kids?
Donald Trump is a type of Jesus Christ. When Jesus breathed his last breath on the cross, they took him down, they wrapped him in clothes, and they stuck him in a borrowed tomb, thinking they would never have to hear from him again, rejoicing that the Savior had been crucified once and for all. What they didn't know was 3 days later, when they went to check, the tomb was empty. Praise be to God, the Savior had risen. In 2020, they put Donald J. Trump in a political tomb.
This is why we don't take you people seriously, by the way. Here's a guy literally worshiping a false idol, okay? Comparing Donald Trump, the least godly man on the face of the earth right now, to Jesus Christ. Donald Trump serial adulterer, lying, cheating, wife-coveting assaultist is like Jesus Christ, your God? Really? This is obviously a very extreme example of somebody who's completely lost the plot. But you guys, Christian conservatives, this is basically what you're saying. We're going to restore morality to America, good Christian values. And to do that, we're going to entrust the most morally bankrupt, vicious, vile human being on earth. Make up your mind. You can't have both, you weird hypocrites.
Y'all, they just took my food stamps. Oh my gosh, I can't even begin to tell y'all how frustrated I am. But more importantly, what am I gonna do? Now, I told y'all something was a little iffy and that we have to get our ducks in a row, y'all. We have to get our ducks in a row because guess what? Now I gotta figure out myself, but that's cool. The whole thing is they're doing food stamp reductions. Now, did I think it was gonna be me? No, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really didn't. But here we are. So for all y'all thinking that I just be BSing and this is not going on, this is going on. You can Google it. Google Trump administration food stamps and see what you don't read. But yeah, y'all, and get this, it was only $400 anyway. Like, how did I make the list of who to reduce? Talk about you don't meet the eligibility requirements anymore. That's crazy work.
Hey, MAGA rats, the Republicans just dropped their new bill in terms of what they want to do for the economy, and they're cutting Social Security, Medicaid, SNAP, which is like food stamps, Meals on Wheels. They're not putting in the no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. They were never going to put that in. You stupid fucks fell for that. They said that in order to get you to vote for them because the Conservative Party knows that in order to get votes, they need to appease to the stupidest people in the United States. That's not my opinion. There is data to prove this. If you vote right wing, you are most likely less educated than me. That's because the more educated you are, the more likely you are to vote for a Democratic candidate. That's not my opinion. That is statistics. If you voted MAGA, you're probably dumb. Cry about it, bitch about it, moan about it. I couldn't give less of a fuck. But MAGA, why do you want to cut benefits for the VA? Why do you want to get rid of Medicaid, which is healthcare for 72 million Americans? Why do you want to get rid of SNAP benefits, which is how 42 million Americans get their food? Why do you want to do all of these things that will destroy the country? And then at the same time, you advocate for the billionaire class. Why is it that you are advocating for your own demise? Does it have something to do with the fact that you're unironically dumber than a medieval peasant? Does it have something to do with that?
They're coming after women's suffrage, women's right to vote. You heard me. There is a bill that has already passed the House of Representatives called the SAVE Act that within it restricts married women's ability to vote. How is that possible? Well, as part of the law, it requires that the name on your voter ID that you show when you go to the polls match that on your birth certificate. Now, when women get married in this country, the majority of them change their last name to that of their husbands. Their ID no longer matches what's on their birth certificate, their maiden name. Under this law, they would no longer be allowed to vote. Only their husband would be allowed to vote. There is nothing in the law currently that has any provision for name changes for marriage. And this honestly is straight out of Project 2025, where they want the man or the head of the household to have the one vote for the entire family. So this is the first step in attacking a woman's right to vote. As for taking away all of our voting rights, that can only be done via a constitutional amendment. The 19th Amendment gave us the right to vote, and the only way to permanently undo that would be another constitutional amendment. But what Congress is trying to do is make it as difficult as possible for as many women as possible to vote. So call your representatives, and importantly, call your senators, because it has already passed the House. You need to call your senators and say, hey, we do not support this. You cannot restrict a woman's right to vote just because she changed her name when she got married.
I never thought this day would come. Well, I'm gonna regret what I did. I really regret voting for this guy. I'm working on this program for the sound power phones batteries. We're researching these batteries for these sound power phones, and they cut off our funding. It is really sad. You get to the office and they tell you, we're no longer going to fund your research for these batteries for these sound power phones. And, you know, what makes me sad is that these batteries were going to make such an impact on the lives of our deployed troops, especially the sailors out there. These are for vital communications on board ships. So I truly regret now my vote. And I hope more people speak up just like I did.
Will never convince me that a single mom who needs food stamps, which isn't very much, most of the time they still need help to make it through the month, is the reason that our country is poor. When there's 4 men that have most of the money in our country. But let's cut food stamps, because that makes sense. So if you're a single mom, tell me, do you get food stamps? And if you do, how much do you get a month? Does it last you the month? How many kids do you have? Tell me. How did you become a single mom? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that men marry women, sell them this future, and then somehow it's the moms that have to figure out how to raise these kids. And asking for food stamps, food security for their children is too much. Because I will never understand. I will never understand how feeding a child, feeding a person, is somehow too much of a problem for our country. Make it make sense.
People frequently claim that immigrants and poor black families are living off the system. They're on welfare. They're mooching. But here is the truth. The majority of people on public assistance in the United States of America.
Now, many MAGAs, they came out in large numbers and vote in for this new administration, for Donald Trump administration. Majority of them, they believe that Donald Trump is going to make America great again. Majority of MAGA people, they knew that Donald Trump is going to bring economy down. He's going to make the life of the MAGA people more stable, but things have changed. Right now, we are seeing Donald Trump policy. It is also affecting the MAGA people, because this MAGA, they went ahead and voted against their own interest. They knew that this Donald Trump policy, it will only affect the black people and the immigrant people. But it has turned out that this Donald Trump policy, it is also affecting them, and they are coming out crying loudly. So let's guys continue watching. Then I'll be back with more comment.
Well, you guys, it happened. Lost my job today after 13 years. Never thought a president could affect me this much. Never. Donald Trump. Guess now we'll never know how many licks it takes to get to the senator of the Tootsie Pop roll. Fuck!
Donald Trump is opening up a can of worms that I have not seen any other politician ever speak on. When it comes to this birthright issue, he is basically saying that the birthright amendment, the 14th Amendment, was created for slaves.
The only country that has it to that extent, and it wasn't meant, if you look, it was really meant for children of slaves. This is when it happened, the children of slaves. It was not meant for everyone to come into our country by airplane or...
And it's crazy because you got Ann Coulter, of all people, saying that black Americans are basically being used, by other people to come here and get these rights. And it's interesting because the 13th Amendment that emancipated us was in 1865. And the 14th Amendment that gave these rights of citizenship was in 1868, 3 years later. So clearly, and even when you read on it, it was clearly to address the people that had been free of slavery, and now, of course, they had to deal with issues of citizenship. And it just trips me how I don't want to start trouble, but just how people have not honored our ancestors. And at the end of the day, come to find out, so many people have been able to immigrate and get citizenship in this country because of our ancestors. Isn't that a beautiful thing? But have they been honored? And now the fact that it's being taken away, I just don't know what to say. But it's an argument that I never understood until now. And no, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but you can't argue. You can't argue history. Thanks to my ancestors for everything that they sacrificed to give me this right. Have a good day.
I just need to say it. We told you so. We told you so. We told you so. We told you so. Just about everything. Everything that's about to happen, we told you so. We were like, hey, it's going to be bad. If he comes back, he's back. It's already getting bad. We told you so. We spent months telling you so over and over and over again. Do I want to be the one to tell you that we told you so? No, I don't want to be the one, but I have to be the one. The way to have me not be the one to tell you that we told you so is if we had actually been able to stop it. But you didn't want to stop it. No. We wanted to stop it. We didn't want it to happen. We told you so repeatedly. And then when we would tell you so, you'd say, where's the proof? And we'd point to, I don't know, a 900-page document with all the things that they planned on doing. We would point to the fact they were holding up signs during rallies, specifically saying what they were going to do. The fact that he leaned into a microphone in front of thousands of people and said into the microphone, this is what I'm going to do. And then hundreds of cameras caught it and live streamed it to millions of people. We told you so. Every time you open your phone for the next however many years and you see a new horror erupt, a new horrifying thing that is happening and you're like, how can we stop this? Just remember, we told you so.
It's been what? It's been like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote? In 2 weeks, I went from the highest high to being unemployed. Lost my job last night, got a phone call. The repercussions of what Elon Musk are doing with the USAID has real repercussions for real people. For the last 7 years, I have been a shift lead on Project Bus, where we studied to find out if the wheels on the bus went round around or not. And all of a sudden, Elon, who's not even elected, gets in, and I'm out of a job. What do I tell my family? What do I tell my kids? This isn't a joke. This USAID stuff is not a joke, man. It's affecting real people. And the worst part is, what if we never figure out if in fact the wheels on the bus do go round and round? Does nobody care?
I regret my vote. I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump. And now, in the first few weeks of his presidency, thousands of people are losing their jobs. I lost my job. I was the director of operations of bear studies. For the last 4 years, we've been studying whether or not bears in fact shit in the woods. And now it's gone. It's all gone. What am I supposed to tell my family? What am I supposed to tell them? If you voted for Trump, I don't even know what to say except fuck you. All the money being taken and all the jobs being lost. I don't know what to do.
Think about your elderly parents that are living on Social Security and what that'll do to them. I don't even know what else to say. Have a day.
What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. You got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap.
Target loses $15.7 billion since it ended its DEI initiatives. I'll give you 3 things about that. Number 1, the Montgomery bus boycott in Montgomery, Alabama lasted 381 days. Target announced it was ending its DEI initiatives on January 24th. Today's February 18th. This is less than a month of people being deliberate and choosy with how they spend their dollars. With the access to information we have and the reach we all have collectively on social media, imagine what we can accomplish in 381 days. Thing number 2. This money is going somewhere else. I've seen lists by the NAACP and other organizations that highlight companies that have doubled down on their DEI initiatives. These are companies like Costco, Ben & Jerry's, JP Morgan Chase that have rebutted rebuffed pressure from conservatives to scrap their DEI initiatives. Thing number 3, this shit works. There is nothing organizations born out of capitalism understand more than market trends. And nothing lights a fire under a CEO's ass more than loss of market share and revenue. These companies only care when it affects their wallet. If you're looking to be heard, that's how you make them hear us.
There's always a signal about what his next move is going to be. And the big orange man, based on this post yesterday, which would scare the hell out of everyone, is about to do something very sinister. He's about to do something that's going to throw us deeper into a constitutional crisis. We are already in one. We have been in that since day one, when he started dismantling U.S. agencies. We are going to be further in this. And we don't know what exactly is coming, but it's something major. He's hinting this. He's putting this out there to get the support that he thinks he needs publicly, and then he will engage in his action. Is it going to be denying a court order? Is it going to be taking over another country? Is he going to leave Ukraine out to dry? Turn on our NATO allies? I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll go back and read Project 2025. It might be in there. One thing is for sure, though. The moment he ignores the courts and doesn't act on their orders, that's the moment we've lost our country. We are no longer a democracy, a constitutional republic, whatever you want to call it. We will not be that anymore at that point. Your freedoms that you take for granted could be taken away at that point. Just think about that. We've already had some of those things taken away through the process. Just imagine if that process is gone, what else will happen?
I hope you have watched that video and you have seen how MAGAs, they are coming out crying publicly because they didn't expect things will change this way, because these people, they went ahead and vote against their own interest. I remember when black people tried to warn the MAGA people not to vote in for this new administration, because the black people, they knew what it is coming. Black people knew Donald Trump policy, it will not only affect the black people, also it will affect those people who are still supporting Donald Trump. But these people, the MAGA people, the Republicans, they didn't want to listen, because they were saying that black people, they want to put their fellow black person in power, so that they can be so that the black person can favor them the most. But black people, they didn't want like that. Black people, they knew what it is coming. So right now we are seeing a majority of MAGA people, they are coming out crying, regretting because of voting in for this administration. And this is like a lesson. I've been telling you that this video is for educational purposes, and this is like a lesson learning. The MAGA people, they're learning their lesson. Because many MAGAs, they went ahead and vote against their own interest. And we can see the farmers, right now we can see also the farmers, they are highly affected, because the hardworking people, they are now being deported back to their country. You know, the hardworking people, they are the immigrant people. And these immigrant people, majority of them, they were illegally in United States. So these people, the immigrant people, they are not going to work in the white farmers' farm, simply because of the ice. You can see how ice it is raiding in the white farms. They are trying to detain immigrant people and deport those who are illegally in United States. So because of that, we have seen majority of workers, immigrants, they have not they are not showing up in the farms, and this, it has led to so many white farmers going bankrupt, and even their crops rotting in their farms. And because there's no one who's coming to take care or to take off the crops in the farms. And also, apart from the farmers, we have seen how we have seen how our MAGA people, they are coming out and telling us exactly how life it has become very hard. You can see the inflation, how it is also going up. And also we have seen people that are losing jobs. We have seen so many MAGAs coming out complaining that right now they cannot even afford basic necessities. Right now they cannot even afford to pay their medical bill. Right now they cannot even afford to pay their house mortgage, to pay their car insurance. So this is to tell you that life it has really changed in America, and the MAGA people, they are really regretting. And also the other day we saw what the Republicans they did. Republicans, they came out and vote against they went ahead and vote to crash and pass the big beautiful bill, whereby this big beautiful, it is highly helping those low income people. So because of the Republican crashing the big beautiful bill, we have seen how the rurals in the hospital they are not going to closure, because there is no money which it is funding the rural hospital. Because we have seen how also those poor people, the low income people, they are highly affected. We have seen how the children who are depending on the big beautiful bill, they were getting snacks from this big beautiful bill. But right now things have changed. We have seen it has forced those low income people to dig deeper in their pockets so that they can maintain to pay their hospital bill. So this is to tell you that things have really changed in America, and I'm so happy to see how majority of MAGA people, they are coming out and telling us exactly how they are feeling, the challenges and the struggle they are going, simply because these people, they are coming out and telling the world the truth, how America it is. And that's why I've tell you that this video, it is also for educational purposes, so that we can know what is happening in America right now, and also we can know some of the challenges and the struggle that these people, they are going through. So for us black people, if you want to go in America right now, we need to know how America it has turned into. And this shows the world that right now America, it is not a better place, because you can see even those people, they are the American citizen. If they are crying because of economy, if they are crying because of majority of them, they are losing their jobs, if they are crying and seeing the people who are helping them in their farms, they are now being deported. So this tell you that America right now, it is not a safe place for black people to go there, because things have changed. The American dream that we usually see right now, it is falling. So right now America, it is not becoming that dream country, the land of opportunity, the country that so many people, they really wanted to go. The people, black people, they were looking for American visa each and every day, just to go there and to see if their life can change, because majority of Africans people, they believe in American dream. But right now, whenever they are seeing this video, they can know exactly what is happening in America, and they can change. If they still want to go in America, they need to think twice, because things have changed. The new administration, it is making America to become harder, not only for the black people, also for the white people. And we have seen how so many majority of Americans people, they are leaving the country, they are going abroad, simply because life in America, it has become very difficult. And this is because the people who are in power, the people who are in power right now, those people, they are billionaires. Those people, they are billionaires. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, those people, they are billionaires. So these people, they are making the policy which it is making them to continue being more billionaires. But they are not making the policy which it is helping the poor people to come up, to rise up, and also they are not making their life to be more stable. The only life they are making to be stable, it is for billionaire. And that's why I've been telling you that if you are a billionaire, America, it is for you. America will continue to make you more billionaire. But if you are poor, America right now, it is not safe for you, because America, I've been telling you that America, it is like slavery plantation farm. For you to be able to maintain your car, for you to be able to continue paying mortgage, you will need to work, and everything there, it is work. So America, it is like a slavery. The system, it has been designed like a slavery plantation farm, because you need to work so that you can survive in America. And that's why I've been telling you that right now things have changed really in America. And this, it is all because of the MAGA people. MAGA people, they knew that they were voting for a better life for them. They were voting against their own interests, but it has turned out that whatever they were voting, it has also affected them. So this is like a lesson. They're learning the lesson. You know, majority of the black people, they have been raising these issues that it is affecting them, but the white people, they didn't wanted to listen to the issues and the challenges and the struggle that the black people were facing in America. So right now they are going through the same problem that the black people, they have been going through, but you can see for them it has become pain. So this is telling them, this is a lesson to them, telling them that black people, they have been going through all this way, but whenever you guys were going through the same thing, the same challenges and the struggle that the black people are going, now you are coming out and crying, telling how life it has changed, how life it is very hard, how you cannot even afford the basic necessities. So this is how the black people, they have been going through. So it has so right now black people, they are telling them that you need to do something, because this is the same way we have been going through and we are tired, we are used to. So whenever you guys, you are coming out and passing through some of our challenges and the struggle, you are now coming out cry. And that's why I'll be telling you that this is also a lesson. So kindly guys, you can also share and comment down below. What do you think, how America it is turning? Is this new administration making America becoming more great, or is this new administration destroying America slowly? America it is falling down slowly. So kindly guys, you can comment down below in the comment section and give your thoughts regarding in today's topic. Thank you so much. Remember to give a video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't. Like the video. See you on my next one. Bye bye.